Okay, good afternoon, bowling fans, and welcome to Colony Park Lanes North here in York, PA, for the finals of our first 24th annual Bracket Roll-Off Survivor Tournament. We started the day with over 65 bowlers in each division. We are down to the final 4 in each division to determine our champion. We're going to start by introducing the Scratch division. We have 2 semifinal matches that will bowl first. The winners of those semifinal matches in a 1-game match. The winners will then bowl each other on the opposite pair in a 1-game match for the title. Okay? Starting with the Scratch division. In our first semifinal match, from Carlisle, PA, Matthew Pomian. And in the first semifinal, Matthew will be taking on, from Dunkirk, Maryland, Amber Benson. In our second semifinal match, we have from Du Bois, PA, Amelia Mitscavich. And bowling Amelia in the semifinal round, our top seed going into the bracket final, from Mechanicsburg, PA, Jackson Coy. Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our 4 Scratch finalists for tonight's PJBT. Okay, now it is time to introduce our handicap finalists. Starting with our first semifinalist from Lidditz, PA, Titan Yoshiki. And his opponent in the first semifinal, from Middletown, PA, Stephen Leonard. And in our other semifinal match, we have from Springfield, PA, Tyler Hill. And Tyler will be taking on our number 1 seed in the bracket in handicap, from Mechanicsburg, PA, Margaret Lawyer. Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our 4 handicap finalists for tonight's PJBT. Okay, just start practice. I didn't set them up that way, so I'll go do it. Just go ahead and start.
I will tell you a little bit about what happened today. Today we did our 24th annual bracket roll-off tournament.
Oh, I got a chair.
You got a chair. Sit your hiney.
Okay. Hello, everybody. How we doing out there?
So we tried something a little differently. We actually combined round 1 and 2 for our first round this year. For second round this year was round 3 and 4, and then for round 3 was rounds 4 and 5. It was all determined on how many bracket wins each bowler had during out the season. If they had 6 or more, you get to be in the last round. So now we are down to our final 4 bowlers.
Yes, and what's exciting about this event is all the bracket money from the season went to this tournament. So everybody who bowled today got a
So essentially, yes, the bowlers paid for their brackets throughout the season, but today, in of itself, they didn't actually have to pay an entry fee to enter our tournament today.
That is correct. One of the benefits of doing side pots at our events. Stacy, did you mention anything about upcoming events on the schedule?
I just started talking.
Okay. Well, don't forget, everybody, next weekend we have our PJBT Masters Tournament, 11th edition. Don't forget that it has been changed. All squads and finals will be at Rose Bowl in Allentown this year. 2 squads at Rose Bowl. The first squad of qualifying starts at 11 a.m. Everybody bowls 2 squads of qualifying, and the top bowlers and payouts will all be based on entries. We're hoping to be able to pay $1,500 for first and scratch and $1,000 for first and handicap, but it's all based on how many entries we can get. So
Tell your friends.
tell your friends, absolutely. Don't forget also you can use, if you have earned a scholarship money through PJBT, you can use your MAPS scholarship money to enter this event. So even if you don't have an entry already started, you can pay your entry using your scholarship money to get into the event. So you can always message us and let us know you want to bowl, and we will put your scholarship money towards it if you'd like to compete. So you don't necessarily have to pay it out of pocket to enter the event. So,
For a chance to win, hopefully $1,500 and $1,000.
correct. And then we have our flyers, which I'm looking at right now for championship weekend, joined by the Pro Bowlers, Friday, June 13th, Saturday, June 14th, and Sunday, June 15th. We will be at Chaco's Family Bowling Center in Wilkes-Barre. Friday night we have the Pro Skins roll-off with the pros.
That's always a good time.
Always good times. We'll be live streaming a lot of it, but we invite you to come out and attend. Saturday morning, we have the No Tap Pool with the pros. We have 2 divisions of youth and adults, so the parents can also get involved if you'd like to bowl. We have 2 squads for our Parker Bone Adult Junior Pro-Am our Adult Junior Tournament and Skins match. 12:30 and 4 on Saturday. And then
Wait. For our adult juniors, today and today only till 11:59 p.m. is our discount
yes,
deadline.
discount entry fee.
For a championship weekend, it is always 2 weeks prior to the event, unlike regular adult juniors, it's only 1.
Correct. So, yep, discount
What-
entry fee ends tonight.
Flood the email.
Yep, absolutely. And then Sunday will be our championship $1,000 invitational tournament and award ceremony. Stacy has already started to send out the invites on that. So if you're not sure if you made it, you can message us or check the website, and it'll tell you if you are in championship weekend.
I'll be updating another picture of that lovely file on the Facebook page later or tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. We're going to get the semifinals started. Not sure if I'm going to use this or not.
All right, bowling fans, it is time for our semifinal matches for the Bracket Roll-Off Survivor Tournament. On the scratch side, we have Jackson Coy taking on Amelia Mitscavige. In the other match, we have Amber Benson taking on Matthew Pomian. Winners of these 2 semifinal matches will bowl each other on 1 and 2 for the title. On the handicap side, we have top seed Margaret Lawyer taking on Tyler Hill. By the way, the difference in handicap, it's 14 for Margaret in that match. And then our other semifinals, Stephen Leonard versus Titan Yashinsky. And the difference in handicap there is 26 going to Stephen. Okay? Winners of semifinals. Stand for our semifinalists. Follow your name, and I'll get rid of this one.
So Tyler gets 6 for his first ball. He started us off on the handicap side. Maggie got 7 on her first ball. Amelia gets a strike, and so does Jackson on the scratch. Tyler, unable to convert his spare, gets 1, so he'll have 7 in the first. Maggie also unable to convert her spare. She gets 2, so she'll have 9. Matthew on the scratch side gets a strike. And so does Amber. So we're all dead even on the scratch side. On the handicap side, Steven gets 8 on his first ball. And Titan gets the first X on the board for the handicap side. Jackson has a double. Steven unable to convert his spare with 8 and a miss. Steven gets a strike for his second ball.
Scratch side looks like they've started out pretty quickly there.
They did. They have.
Doubles for everybody except me. Split in the second. But a good recovery shot in the third.
I was just going to say that. Tyler gets 7 for his first ball in the third. Titan makes his spare. Tyler able to convert his spare. Maggie gets a strike for her third ball.
Good shot. Good shot recovering from the first two.
Correct. And Jackson makes his spare.
Tommy crosses over and gets 3 in a row now. Don't know if you talked about it, but today's pattern was a really tough pattern today. We bowled on the Kegel Turnpike pattern.
I'm paying attention to 3. They have to reset 3.
So the Turnpike pattern, let me just mention, 41 feet in length, a 2.25 to 1 ratio, so just over 2 to 1 ratio, so very, very flat.
Which, as far as I'm aware, and I think Matt can agree with me on this, we're sure we pretty much did not use this pattern ever before.
No, I don't think we did this year, so that's one of the reasons we used this pattern today.
Amber unable to make her spare. She did get one. Jackson unable to make his baby split. He gets one. So after 3, Matthew Pomian has the early lead on the scratch side.
On the handicap side, it looks like we have 8 count for Margaret Lawyer. She's bowling against Tyler Hill. He gets 9, leaves a 5 pin. That match pretty even. Amelia comes up light, only 3, leaving the 2-5. She'll try to pick up the spare.
On the handicap side, Maggie's unable to convert her spare. She does get one though. Tyler does make his spare.
Yeah, with the handicap, that match is pretty even. Now in our other match, Stephen Leonard has the lead in the match with the handicap at the moment. But Titan also has no open frames yet through 3. Amber picks up her spare. Pin off spot.
I thought it was gonna fall.
Pomian with a strike that gives him 4 in a row. Amelia got that one just inside target a little bit, leaving the 3-6-10. She'll try to convert the spare. Titan picks up his spare, keeps it board clean. Just tuning in, this is the semifinal matches for the 24th annual Bracket Roll-Off Survivor Tournament. We are at Colony Park Lanes North in York. One of our exciting postseason events. Everybody who won a bracket got into this event free of charge today. All the bracket money from the entire season goes towards this tournament. We give out a couple $1,000s in scholarships.
Steven gets 8.
Jackson can pick up the speed at the moment. Meanwhile, Amber Benson steps up. She's still hanging in there, but trails Matthew Pomian by a little bit, as he is still on front 4. Sounded like he bounced that one.
Make that
but
5.
He makes it 5 in a row. So 5 in a row for him.
Steven misses his spare.
So it gives him 70 in the 4th with his handicap. Amber comes in high, 3-6-10. So she'll try to convert the spare. Let's point out that non-winners in this round will receive a $150 scholarship.
That's not a bad payout after not having to pay an entry fee for 3.
That is correct.
Jackson trips out the 7-10 for a strike.
Good shot there for him. Pretty good ball there from Margaret. Leaves a 4-7, just came in a little hot.
Yeah, it was a good ball for Maggie. Amber does not convert her spare and gets 1.
That chopped 81 in the 5th for her.
Tyler gets a snowplow but doesn't get them all to fall. That would be something I would do.
2 pin. Try to clean that up. Margaret picks up her spare.
Yep, makes her spare.
So ironically, that match is gonna, if Tyler makes a spare, they are separated by just 2 pins halfway through that match.
And Tyler makes a spare.
So 2 pins separate those two in that match.
With Tyler currently leading.
Let's see what Amelia can do here. Playing the extreme inside part of the lane.
She leaves yet
Good shot,
good
but
shot
she
leaves
leaves.
another split.
Tough angle to come in at.
Yes.
But on these patterns, sometimes that is the angle you gotta play. Leaving the 4-9. Leonard comes in high, 3-6-7. Amber Benson comes in high, 2-10. So we get a bunch of splits out there. Titan leaves a 10 pin. Amelia gets 1, so that'll put her at 90 in the 6th.
Jackson still has command of that match. Not by much.
Amber gets 1, so back-to-back opens for her. She has 90 in the 6th. Steven not able to convert, so 51 in the 5th for him, 77 with the handy, which is separated by 9 pins.
Yep.
2 pins on the one match, 9 pins on the other match. As we're
If they
halfway
stay
home.
neck and neck, it's going to come down to 10th frame in the handicap side of both matches. 6 in a row for Matthew.
Matthew seems to be certainly lined up on this pattern.
He's definitely leading.
Comes in high, 8 count. And he crosses over, 8 count. Amelia back up to lane 4. That's the common mistake after just throwing a decent shot, coming a little high, and leaving the 4-9. You get it wide. She leaves the 1-2-4-8. She'll try to convert.
Jackson gets a strike,
Big
so
double.
he is a double.
Yeah, it's a big double for him.
If he can keep making spares, he can shut Amelia out.
Both bowlers get 1 pin on the handicap side, so that match still separated by 2.
Amelia makes her spare.
Yep, so max score for Amelia at this point is 200 even. Jackson's still on about a 220 pace, so she's going to have to strike here in the second half of this game. Again, these are the semifinal matches for our 24th annual Racket Roll-Off Survivor Tournament. Steven Leonard comes in. Left to the head pin, 7 count. Titan crosses over, also gets a 7 count.
Much better shot.
Yeah, Amber liked that one. 10 back. Let's see what Matthew can do.
That's me.
Still riding 6 in a row.
That's Amber's 3rd strike after an ugly sort of kind of middle of that match for her.
Yeah, hopefully she's, hoping to get. It's tough when you're up against a buzzsaw with 6 in a row. Comes in light, 1, 2, 8, 10. So the streak will end at 6. But again, Amber can only max out at 200. So right now, that's just a board clean. Steven gets 2, so 95 in the 6th for him. No, I'm sorry, I'm looking for the wrong side. 60 and 86 with the handicap. Titan, 7 miss, 93. So that match is now separated by 7. 4 frames to go on the handicap side. Matt gets 3. So he'll post a 174 in the 7th. Another hill,
Yeah.
7 pip. Hanging crosses
Hanging
over and
gets
strikes. Wow. Good shot there.
Still neck and neck for that match.
Oh, Amelia can't buy a break this game.
She can't.
Perfect shot there. And she has a fast 7.
Tyler makes his spare.
Jackson Coy with 3 in a row.
So that match on the handicap side side is still 2 pins.
It's a good ball for Steven Leonard. He hits a strike. That's his second strike of the match.
He must have made an adjustment. He must have came back and took his dad. Amelia gets her spare. Jackson has 3 in a row, so he has a turkey.
Yeah, Jackson's in control of that match for sure.
Titan with a strike, he's in control of his match currently.
Amber Benson comes in light, 1-2-8. That will put her at a max score of just 190. And Matt's got to just now keep the ball in the lane, and he will advance to the title match. For him. 7 count for both Margaret and Titan. Or Margaret and Tyler, rather. Amber picks up her spare.
Oh my god, Tyler makes his spare. I'm looking at Titan's. Oh, it's been a long day. Matt makes his spare.
With that spare,
He cannot be shut out.
will lock up the match. So we'll advance to the title match.
Maggie makes her spare. Tyler makes his spare, and Maggie actually leads by 1 pin.
Yes,
Titan does get a double.
big double there for him. Neely gets a strike.
Jackson has 4 in a row now.
And that will lock up the match to Jackson.
So your title match on the scratch side will be Jackson Coy versus Matthew Connell. Steven gets 8. Amber and Amelia are not getting the breaks today.
Not in this
They're
match.
throwing good balls, and they just say balls are just like, nope, not gonna knock over pins. Steven unable to convert his spare.
That will allow Titan to extend his lead in the match. Foundation 9th frame starting for in handicap.
Amber does make her spare to finish out the 9th, so we're in the 10th frame for a scratch side.
Second count for Margaret.
Jackson's 4-bagger streak will end at 4. He got 7 for the first ball in the 10th. Tyler gets a strike on the handicap side.
It's a big strike for him.
It is. Now,
Big shot.
if Maggie can make her spare, she will.
Not able to convert, so she will be at 120.
4 or 131. So she still does have the lead going into the 10th. I forgot about her handicap. Titan gets 8. his spare.
Yep, that'll put him in the 160s, and that actually should give him the victory. Unless she can convert the spare, and she cannot. So 126.
140 with her handicap.
So Tyler Hill will advance to, he's our first finalist handicap. As he should
He ends with
166. Sorry. Yes.
So 166 to 140. Tyler advances. We'll move back over to the scratch match.
You don't need to.
Okay, so
Matthews in with 225. And we just have to wait for Amber's third ball in the 10th. She has a double, but it's not going to be enough to win the match.
so she also finishes with 179.
79. So 225 to 179. Matthew Pommy and Jackson Coy for your final. We'll go back over to the handicap match. Tyson in the first ball in the 10th with a strike. Steven gets 9 but unable to make his spare, so he will finish with 140 with his handicap.
And Tycho Shinsky.
He left the 5-pin, so he should be able to make his spare.
So 166 to 140 in our first semifinal in handicap. And the second one is going to be Tycho Shinsky.
169 to 140.
169 to 140. Okay.
We'll give out some awards. We'll flip pairs.
will
Your
flip
handicap
pairs.
will be bowling on 3 and 4. Scratch will be bowling on 1 and 2. And we'll see who will be crowned our 2025, our 24th annual bracket survivor.
All right, so let's give out some final awards. Or semifinal awards.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our semifinal matches for the 2025 24th Annual Bracket Roll-Off Survivor Tournament. Officially finishing 3rd and 4th place in the Scratch Division, getting a $150 scholarship goes to Melia Mickiewicz.
Pardon me, I apologize for that.
And our other 3rd and 4th place finisher in the Scratch Division, getting a $150 scholarship, goes to Amber Benson.
I'll get away from that.
Okay, officially finishing in 3rd, 4th in the handicap division, getting a $150 scholarship, goes to Margaret Lawyer. And our other semifinalist finishing 3rd, 4th in the handicap division, getting a $150 scholarship, goes to Stephen Leonard. All right, on to our title matches. Okay, so Jackson, 3 balls in each lane. Don't worry about the scoring, I'll fix that. Just go ahead and practice.
Give me 1 second to set them up, and then I'll check you out. All right.
I don't blame you.
So if you're just joining us, we are in our final match of our 24th annual Bracket Roll-Off Survivor Tournament. Next weekend, our post-East weekend, I know you are used to Bracket Roll-Off, Championship Weekend, Masters and Best. Next weekend is our Masters Tournament. That is going to be all at Haja Rose Bowl, because the men's state tournament is actually in Allentown this year. So we had to do everything at Haja Rose Bowl. Starting time for that is 11 a.m. for first round of qualifying. Then we take a break. We come back for our second round of qualifying. And then we see who makes Sunday. For that tournament, you can enter via a credit you have earned. You could also pay for your entry, or you could also use your MAP scholarship account to enter. If you would like to use your MAP scholarship account, please message me and we will get you on the list. It's one of the few tournaments throughout the year that we allow you to use your scholarship to enter the tournament. Also, I want to mention, if you have a credit for Best and you will not be attending Best and you would like to roll that credit for Best over to Masters and do not have a credit at Masters, we will honor that and we will let you bowl Masters, because Masters is closer this year. Best will be in New Jersey in August. Then the following weekend, we have our pros that will be coming in for our championship weekend. Friday night, we have our pros skin match. That starts at 8 p.m. Then Saturday morning, any adult and any youth bowler can bowl the 9-pin, no tap bowl with the pros. I can't talk. It's been a long day. Forgive me. Then we have 2 adult junior squads, one at 12:30 and one at 4 p.m. You may re-enter. You may bowl with the same partner. You can re-enter and bowl with a different partner for each squad. So you don't actually have to bowl with the same partner. Again, that's open to anybody, just because if you don't make the championship invitational and you want to bowl any of the events on Saturday, you're more than welcome to. You're not limited. We are going down the list for the invitational. If you can, please let me know as soon as possible so I can give as many bowlers. I'm the big pain right now. I will hound you and ask you if you're bowling. We just want to give as many bowlers the opportunity to bowl championship weekend invitational and give them the experience. If you have not experienced this, something to experience. We start with the award ceremony. After the award ceremony, then we go right into the bowling. So yes, again, please, if you can let me know as soon as possible. Tell your friends, check the list. I will be updating that list, probably not tonight, probably latest tomorrow night, early Tuesday. I work tomorrow, so that might be a little hairy to try and figure that into my schedule. Also, if you would like to bowl the Adult Junior Squads Championship Weekend, tonight is your deadline, your 11:59 deadline for early discount for that event. For Championship Weekend, it's always 2 weeks prior to the event, unlike regular Adult Juniors, which is 1. And that is at Chaco's in Wilkes-Barre, PA.
reverse those. I can do that too. Okay, and over here. So the highest seed remaining is Titan. So your choice. Start first, finish last. Start last, and finish first. You want to start last. Okay. Okay. 1 second.
Oh, he's running now. Still sitting to see the pros.
Guys, I'm gonna announce this. That until that machine will one more lane and then move it out of the way. So it's not.
Check. Okay, bowling fans, it is time to begin our title matches for the 24th annual Bracket Roll-Off Survivor Tournament. On the scratch side, to your left, we have Jackson Coy taking on Matthew Palmian. Jackson has elected to have Matthew start the match on lane 1. On the Handier Hill, Titan, higher seed, has choice. He is going to have Tyler start the match on lane 3 with 1 frame. And ironically, they have the same entering average, so there is no handicap, okay? No handicap in the handicap match. So we have 2 scratch matches to determine our champions, okay? Bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our finalists.
You're gonna start on 3, but just give it 1 second to just out of the way as soon as it's
We're just waiting for the lane machine to finish oiling 5 and 6.
They just want to get it out of the way.
Unfortunately, there's a leak here tonight, so trophies that I was talking to about that are bigger than our heads. You should have put them in front of the table. Just so they don't knock them over. You're not blocking the view, and then they won't be knocked over. You're good. Oh.
There.
I understand why the door was open now.
Come on, walk faster.
Okay. Matt, you can start. Tyler, you can start. As soon as he gets out of the way.
I have to say, it's been a while since I've been here at Colony Park, because normally I'm working when we're down this way, but I do like the fact that our logo is everywhere in the entire center. Tyler starts the match with 9.
pretty good shot.
It was a very good shot. You just couldn't get the 10 pin to fall. Matthew gets 8.
Got a pretty good viewership tonight.
We do. I said we actually are like 2 hours under normal schedule, so I kind of like this.
Yes, it worked out a little bit better for us.
Tyler makes his spare. Matthew also makes his spare.
Good spare there.
I'm liking this whole 2 scratch matches.
Yeah. Happened to just enter with the same average, 161 average for our 2 handicap bowlers. So both same average, scratch match.
Titan gets 7. Jackson gets 10 back.
Good shot there for Jackson. Titan gets 2, so that gives him 9 in the first.
Have to reset lane 3. Jackson has a double. It hit that 10 pin, but the 10 pin just wouldn't fall. A little wiggle.
And then potentially starts with 2 spares. Titan with a crossover strike. So after an open in the first, he strikes in the second.
Matthew makes his spare.
Picks it up. 19 in the first for him.
Tyler gets a strike.
So that gives Tyler the early lead in the match by 11 pins. Shot there from Matthew Palmian. First strike of the match.
Gets 7.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is the title match for today's 24th annual Bracket Roll-Off Survivor Tournament. We're at Colony Park Lanes North in York.
Titan was unable to convert his spare and got 2.
Yep, 48 in the third for him.
Jackson has 4 in a row.
Great start to the match. 6 count for Titan. Try to convert his spare. Matthew Palmian up in the fourth. Looking for a double. Comes in a little bit high.
And ends up with a split.
Yeah, I think it was hoping to kick one of those out.
Yes.
Not able
And it
to.
just rolled back, but it might have if it wouldn't have picked up the pins.
Yeah. Titan gets 2, so he's going to have 35 in the third. So he now trails by 13. that friction in the middle
Big,
of the lane.
yeah, big snowplow. Matthew wanted it to wheel and it didn't wheel. He gets 7 for his ball.
Yeah. There's not a lot of hold down lane. Just types of fire pattern.
Titan does make his spare. Matthew makes his spare.
Jackson Boy clearly in the driver's seat right now.
See if he can continue his
Well, anything can happen on these patterns, though. You never know.
true.
Tyler up in the 4th. Comes in line 137.
Maple's spare split. Jackson's out of trouble.
Yep, leaves a 4-pin. So, we have 42-pin lead for Jackson Boy and for the match. And he can convert this spare.
His 4-pin's still down there wiggling.
Taylor gets 2, so 57 in the 4th for him.
Jackson does make his spare. So 109 to 67.
Is a ringing 5-pin. It's about that time of night. I'm a little thirsty.
He's not paying attention to us.
Tyler gets a strike in the 5th. So now Titan steps up in the 5th, and if he can strike, that match will be up back to 2 pins.
Jackson makes his 5-pin.
All right, so back-to-back spares. Let's see now what Matthew can do. If he could get a double, that can really tighten up the match. Titan's ball hooks extra. Misses the headwind to the left. 136. So he'll try to convert the spare.
Matthew gets 8 or 9.
Yep, crosses over.
Titan chops his spare and only gets 1.
Not the way he drew it up. 60 and 42 for Jackson Ford. Titan gonna reach for another bowling ball as we're halfway through the handicap match.
I believe Tyler changed balls too.
Seven pins separate our 2 handicap bowlers.
Matthew gets 9.
I think he was hoping that bowl would not hook as much, and it did. 5 count for Titan. And yep, Matthew with a 4-pin. Matthew picks up the spare. Titan gets 1. He's really struggling because he just can't get the ball to stop hooking. And that's one of the characteristics of a pattern like this. 66 in the 6th for him. He almost might have a better chance of moving right.
Jackson gets 9 and a wiggle.
Yep.
Leaves a 7-pin.
7 count for Tyler Hill. Right now, Tyler wants to make marks. Keep the board clean.
Jackson makes his spare. So through 7, Jackson is clean.
Yep, and the lead has been the same for 2 frames. 42 pins for him. Tyler gets 2, so he is now at 85. He has a 19-pin lead with 4 frames to go.
Lane 3 hates us today.
Yeah.
Jackson gets 10 back.
Big strike. That was high flush.
That's very high.
That was a high flush. I mean, that could have easily went the other way.
Tyler liked that ball. It was very good off his hands, and obviously it showed because he got 10 back.
Shot there for it. All right, let's strike almost out for 51. But he'll take it.
So we're back to 42. We were at 62.
Titan with a little better shot there. Looked like he flattened his wrist.
Leaves a baby split.
Tried to just get it to roll out. Came in a little high, leaving it 310. Coming in the ninth. Pretty good shot. Goes up light, 2 pin. Titan gets 1, so 75 and 7 for him. Coming in, converts the
Barely
spare.
makes his spare. It just breezed on back.
So Jackson just needs to keep the ball in the lane. He's going to take home the title.
And the big trophy, and it's bigger than his head. Titan leaves another baby split.
Like 1, 2, 10. I don't want to get count here.
Titan unable to convert his spare.
4 open frames for him, 5 out of 6.
So Tyler
3 in
has
the 8th.
Tyler has the lead by 2. Jackson almost made his spare. He did get 2.
He is at 195, so he's just going to keep the ball in the lane. And Jackson Boyd will take home the title.
And he's doing this without his big fan. His big fan battery died.
Yep. I don't think he's going to need it.
Nope.
Because that's a winner, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter.
Split does not matter.
Boyd, our scratch division champion. Okay, back to the handicap side. Now Tyler goes 6-3. So he extends his lead to 30 with a 113. But Jackson Boyd finishes with 203.
Matthew gets 9. And a stone 9.
Hugs all around for the Boyd family.
Matthew misses his spare, so
30
it'll
pin
be
victory.
203 to 173 on the scratch.
So want me to turn this in?
Tyler gets 9. Leaves a 7 pin.
So Tyler just wants to get a mark here, which he does. Big mark there for him, having the lead in the match.
So that'll extend his lead.
So Titan almost has to strike strike out here because that would force.
Tyler put the pressure on Titan for sure.
Yep.
So it's currently a 40-pin difference.
Not able to convert.
He gets 7.
Yep. So max score for him now is 133. So Tyler's just going to have to keep the ball in the lane, and he will take home the title.
He makes a spare.
Okay. He will need to strike out here now to just at least force Tyler to stand up in the 10th frame and keep the ball in the lane.
Correct.
And he got 2 wide. 7 count. Tyler Hill is going to be our handicap division champion. This Titan will be in the around the 120 score. Spare fill ball. Or how about 107? At that point, it really didn't matter on the score. So Tyler Hillman got into the bracket as the number 13 seed. Take home the title today with a 139 to 107 victory. Alright, so that's going to do it. We're going to give out some hardware and then we'll wrap up the show, so stay tuned. You're watching the PJBT live on YouTube. Guys, give out some final hardware.
Check. Okay, bowling fans, time to give out our final awards for today's PJBT, our Bracket Survivor Roll-Off Tournament. Our runner-up finisher in the scratch division, receiving a $250 scholarship, goes to Matthew Pomian. Our runner-up finisher in the handicap division, also receiving a $250 scholarship, goes to Titan Yashinsky. And now it is time to crown our champions in the scratch division, receiving a $500 scholarship and the first place famous tall trophy for the Bracket Survivor win goes to Jackson Coy. And our winner in the handicap division, trophy for the Bracket Roll-Off Survivor win goes. All right. live. We'll get a picture with our winners, and then we will wrap up the show. Don't forget to tune in next Sunday. Next Sunday afternoon, we will have the finals of the 2025 Masters Tournament. We will be at Haja Rose Bowl in Allentown for our Big Money Masters event. That is next Saturday, qualifying Sunday finals. Okay, make sure you tune in here on YouTube next week. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you.